Hello friends, this is Rishi Gupta once again, and today we'll be talking about Game of Thrones Season 8 Episode 4. So guys, we are in the end game now because there are only 6 episodes in this particular season and 4 of them are already done. So we just have 2 episodes to tie up all the loose ends to give a satisfying ending, something like Avengers Endgame has done. So coming to the episode guys, it was a bit different from the last one. Last one was a very action-packed episode. People were fighting, people came together to fight against a common enemy. This particular episode was more about getting together, rejoicing, celebrating, drinking with each other, and it made kind of sense. You had just survived the biggest threat that the world had ever faced, so it would be pretty natural that you were drinking and celebrating. So yeah, that was pretty nice to me. There were many moments, Jamie and Tyrion and Brienne sitting together having a drink, and again Tommen praising Jon. That was pretty great, and again Daenerys feeling very threatened with Jon. So there was a lot of talking in this episode. So I like the talking because I remember in the earlier seasons I used to look forward to the talks between witty and intelligent characters. I remember talks between Varys and Littlefinger. I remember Tywin giving some gyan to Jaime and all of that. So the witty little talks, the plotting, the scheming was always something that I really enjoyed in Game of Thrones. And this episode gave me a bit of that, especially when Lord Varys and Tyrion were talking about allegiances and whether who would be the right ruler for the Seven Kingdoms, and they kind of disagreed with one another. So again, that was pretty good to me. I really liked that people, that especially Varys was kind of seeing that this is not going well for Daenerys, and Daenerys is kind of turning into a mad queen. And I do think that this episode was more about building up to her becoming the mad queen, because you can see that she is being illogical. So just let me clear this one point out. So I have been rooting for Daenerys since season 1, but in this particular season, she has come to know, she has come to know that Jon is the rightful heir to the Iron Throne, and she has been a big advocate of getting her birthright. So now she knows that Jon's birthright is to sit on the Iron Throne. So if she is logical, if she is just, don't you think that she should let Jon have the throne? I mean, because Jon is the rightful heir by any standards. So he is idolized by everyone, everyone as in the Northmen especially. So the wildlings idolize him, the Northmen idolize him, and I think even now Daenerys' troops also idolize him. So he is a kind of a democratically elected leader as well, and he has a claim to the throne by birth. So all of these things point to the fact that he should be sitting on the Iron Throne. So why is Daenerys against that? So if she's just, she should do justice and she should give him the throne. She should support his quest for the throne. And even though Jon doesn't want it, so probably the best guy to sit on the throne is the one who does not want to sit on the throne. And that is why that makes Jon the perfect candidate to be sitting on the throne. So that is why I feel that Daenerys has already gotten into a zone which is illogical. So slowly and steadily she's starting to feel threatened by everyone. So in that particular scene, she was literally begging Jon to not tell about her true lineage to anyone, because that would mean that she would lose her throne. Why is she so obsessed about the throne? I do realize that it was her obsession, but because it was a just obsession, because it was a logical obsession, but it's no longer a logical obsession. So I am pretty sure that she is going to turn into the Mad Queen. And in this particular this entire episode, there are so many events that happened that kind of pushed Daenerys to the corner. So let's recount a few. The dragon dying definitely was one of the blows that Dany took in this episode. Again, sad per se, not shocking. I did not feel a lot for the dragon. I mean, yeah, it was shocking. It was kind of, I'll not say it was a shock, it was a surprise. So the dragon died. She only has one dragon, so she is again feeling threatened. Most of her Dothraki and Unsullied are gone, so again she's feeling threatened. Jorah Mormont is gone, one of her most trusted advisors. Again she's feeling threatened. So again, Sansa, Arya don't trust her at all, and now more so that Jon has told them that he is the heir to the Iron Throne. So that intensifies their distrust and hatred of Dany. So again, I mean, it was pretty foolish of Jon to tell them, I think, because if Jon truly does not want the Iron Throne, there is absolutely no point in telling people this. And Sansa kind of proved me right now by telling Tyrion. I think she indicated to Tyrion that what was Jon's true parentage. So all things considered, Jon was probably not the smartest of people to tell Sansa and Arya. So again, Sansa and Arya now definitely hate Dany. So that is there. So again, Dany is cornered. She is alone. She is cornered, and I think the final blow, the final nail in the coffin came when Missandei was killed. So again, Missandei's death was kind of a shock to me. But honestly, I was expecting Tyrion to die, because the way Tyrion marched forward and Queen Cersei had her archers ready. So I actually thought that Tyrion might die, because we have not had any shocking death of frontline character in this season. So Missandei, again, a good, an important character, but definitely not one of the frontliners. So I thought that it was it for Tyrion, because I did not know what Tyrion was playing at. Tyrion kind of walked forward and appealed to the humanity and her love for her own child to Cersei. And how did Tyrion expect her to surrender in front of all the troops, in front of everyone? If he knows Cersei at all, he knows that is absolutely not happening. So if I recall correctly, Sansa questioned her Tyrion's wisdom in the first episode or the second episode of this particular season, and I think I am starting to see where Sansa was coming from. So if Tyrion had any idea what his sister was, he would definitely know that whatever impassionate speech he would make about love for his own child, her own child, she was not going to yield. He might have died in that particular scenario. Honestly, I think all of those people who were standing on the field with Daenerys, the Unsullied, the dragon, Daenerys herself, were waiting to be killed, because the dragon killing weapons are so effective. So the one with on Euron Greyjoy's ship not only killed the dragon, but decimated the fleet of Daenerys, and Tyrion and whoever was there. So again, they seem to be outmatched. So that is why I feel that by all standards, Daenerys has been pushed into a corner, and now that push has come to shove, Daenerys is going to go all Mad Queen. So that is why I feel that the next episode is going to be her burning things and doing things that are not expected of her. That is why I feel that Varys was right when he started to question and started to doubt her commitment towards the realm, and Tyrion was again not the smartest of the people to still be trusting and not doubting Daenerys at all. So that's what I think, that towards the end of this particular season, I mean just 2 episodes remaining, this is going to be built up further, and Daenerys is going to go Mad Queen, and I think maybe Jon will be the one to kill her. And in terms of who's going to kill Cersei, I think it's going to be either Arya, who has again taken a horse and started riding towards the south, the King's Landing, that is, or it's going to be Jaime, who again has started riding to the capital. So again, so this brings me back to one point that I skipped, is that Jaime's and Brienne's union in this particular episode. So that was good, I think. I mean, Brienne deserved that, and I don't think there's anyone who understands her the way Jaime does, and I don't think there's anyone who understands Jaime the way she does. It was a good match. I mean, it lasted hardly probably 24 hours, 48 hours. So pretty sad at that, but you always knew that Jaime is someone who is so caught up in the web of Cersei that he cannot remain uninvolved in what's going to happen next. So I do think that either Tyrion or Jaime is going to kill Cersei, and that will happen, but that will be a horrifying death, because if I remember, in Red Wedding, what shocked me the most was the killing of Robb Stark's wife when she was carrying. So if this does happen and Cersei does get killed, it is going to be a gross and repulsive death, because it's very difficult to imagine this particular scenario wherein someone who's pregnant is getting killed. So not a very pretty scenario. I'm not looking forward to it, but I think again, it's fantasy, I guess, so I should not get too serious about it. But yeah, I am looking forward forward to Dany going Mad Queen. I'm looking forward to how people around her tackle her, and I'm looking forward to how they take down Cersei. So all in all, a good episode, I'll say. Definitely not the best of what Game of Thrones has given us, but yes, the build-up is good, and I do expect a good payoff, much like Avengers Endgame. So let's hope, guys. Fingers crossed. This season finale. The last two episodes, the season finale episodes, deliver, because this is too good a series to end on a anticlimactic note. So, guys, that was my review of Game of Thrones episode 4, season 8. Let's hope things go north. I mean, things get better in the next episode as well. So, guys, thank you for joining me. Please do like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends, and we'll be talking about a lot more in the coming weeks. Thank you.